You smile, you work, you keep going. On the outside, everything looks fine, but inside, you are falling apart, quietly, slowly, in ways you cannot explain, but you feel every single day. You wake up tired. You push through brain fog. You eat and feel worse, not better. You rest but never feel recovered. You train but do not see results. You smile, but it is not real, because deep down, your body is screaming, and nobody can hear it, not even you. This is not about weakness. This is not about attitude. This is biology breaking down under pressure. Systems that were once synchronized now firing out of rhythm. Hormones crashing. Inflammation rising. Gut lining thinning. Adrenals burning out. And on the surface, you still look fine. That is the problem. You are praised for functioning, for being the one who never complains, the one who always shows up. But inside, your organs are overworked. Your nervous system is fried. Your recovery is fake. You are not healing. You are hiding. Behind effort, behind appearance, behind survival mode. And this breakdown is not loud. It is silent. It shows up in small moments, losing your temper for no reason, forgetting why you walked into a room, sleeping 8 hours and still waking up drained, feeling hungrier even after eating, having no libido, no spark, no edge. You are not just off. You are being drained from the inside out. This is what chronic stress does. This is what inflammation does. This is what modern life does when it trains you to perform while you are burning. You get applause for endurance. But biology does not care about applause. It cares about alignment. Ask yourself, how long have you been pretending you are fine? How many signs has your body sent that you have ignored? Fatigue, cravings, brain fog, irritability, stiffness, bloating. These are not random. They are your warning lights. And you have been driving on empty with the lights flashing for years. But this story can change. You do not need to break down in silence. You can decode the symptoms. You can rebuild what is falling apart. But first, you must admit that looking fine is not enough. Feeling alive is the goal. And that requires going deeper than anyone ever taught you to look. This script will take you there, into the biology of burnout, the invisible breakdown of hormones, gut, mitochondria, sleep, and stress. We will reveal what is failing, what it is costing you, and how to rise from the inside out. No hacks, no fads, just raw truth and power you forgot you had, because the world does not need another man pretending he is fine. The world needs you awake, aligned, and alive, and it starts now. What is happening inside you is not random. It is patterned, predictable, biologically programmed to collapse under chronic overload. Your body is not weak. It is overwhelmed. And your systems are not broken. They are exhausted from protecting you for too long. It begins in the gut, where the food you eat becomes the fuel you burn. When you flood it with processed carbs, chemicals, and empty calories, you confuse your microbiome. That confusion becomes inflammation. And inflammation is not silent. It spreads. It disrupts digestion, then hormones, then brain chemistry. Next is cortisol, the stress hormone, elevated day after day, even if you are not feeling stressed. Why? because poor sleep, bad food, overtraining, and hidden anxiety all raise cortisol. And when cortisol stays high, testosterone drops. Muscle breaks down. Fat accumulates. Libido vanishes. You still look fit, but inside, you are burning out. Your adrenal glands begin to misfire. They stop producing proper surges of energy. You wake up tired, crash at noon, revive with caffeine, and lie awake at night in a haze of stimulation. This is not your schedule failing. This is your body screaming for rhythm. And while all this happens, your nervous system shifts into survival mode. You are no longer regulating. It is fight, flight, freeze. Your heart rate variability drops. Your recovery from workouts tanks. Your emotions become volatile. You are now stuck in go mode without a break. And every day you stay there, you deplete your reserves. Have you noticed it? The short fuse, the lack of drive, the fear that you are losing your edge and do not know why. That is not laziness. That is a neurohormonal warning. And if you ignore it long enough, it becomes your new normal, until you no longer remember what real energy ever felt like. But you can come back. You can restore what is breaking. It starts with knowing the pattern, naming the signals, and rebuilding rhythm. Not with supplements, not with hacks, but with alignment. True, daily alignment of food, light, movement, rest, and thought. This is biology. And biology does not lie. So now ask yourself, how much longer are you willing to feel off before you take control? How much energy have you accepted as lost that could be recovered? You are not your symptoms. You are the system that creates or heals them. And your comeback begins the moment you choose rhythm over reaction. You are not here to survive on stimulants. You are not here to fake focus, force energy, or numb fatigue. You are here to rebuild. And it begins with rhythm. Because your body heals in patterns, not pressure. The first step is light. Morning sunlight on your face tells your brain the day has begun. It sets your circadian rhythm. It lowers cortisol at night and increases it in the morning, where it belongs. It boosts dopamine, balances serotonin, and prepares your hormones to fire properly. And if you miss that light, you miss the signal. You start the day behind. Then comes movement, not punishment, not chaos, but circulation, walks, breath work, controlled strength training. These are not just workouts. They are hormonal signals. They tell your body you are safe. They tell your nervous system you are in control. And that message rewires your entire endocrine cascade. Food must follow function. Protein to rebuild. Fat to stabilize. Fiber to fuel gut health. Minerals to balance nerves. When you eat fake food, you get fake energy. When you eat real food, you get rhythm. And rhythm is where testosterone, thyroid, and neurotransmitters are restored. Your body does not need extreme restriction. It needs nourishment. Rebuilding is not about starving yourself. It is about consistency, balanced meals, regular times, no skipping, no binging, just presence at the plate. Because digestion begins in stillness, not in stress. Then you rest, not just sleep, but nervous system recovery. This means stepping out of fight or flight mode daily. Breath work, stillness, stretching, nature, laughter, Human connection, parasympathetic rituals that switch off the chaos and let healing flow. Night is sacred. Light must fade. Noise must lower. Food must stop hours before sleep. You prep your room like a temple, cold, dark, silent. You protect your dreams because your deepest healing only happens when your nervous system finally believes it is safe enough to let go. And every day you track, not obsessively, but intuitively. How do you feel? What triggered you? What drained you? What fueled you? Your body is giving you feedback. You must learn to hear it again. Because recovery is not magic. It is awareness repeated. You are not weak. You are misaligned. And now you have the map to return. The fire is still inside you. The edge is not gone. It is buried beneath years of survival. And now you rise. Not with noise, but with rhythm, with biology. This is the comeback you were built for. By now, you have seen it. The breakdown was not weakness. It was warning. Your body was never fighting you. It was protecting you. But now, the protection is no longer needed. Now, it is time to lead yourself home. Fatigue is not just a hormonal issue. It is emotional. You cannot rebuild energy while carrying resentment. You cannot reset your system while ignoring your truth. That internal breakdown. Yes, it came from biology, but it stayed because of disconnection from self, from purpose, from alignment. So ask yourself, what part of you have you been ignoring? What part of you knows you are meant for more, but has been buried under performance, people pleasing, pretending? That part of you is not gone. It is waiting, and now you get to meet him again. This is not just gut healing, not just hormone recovery. This is identity restoration. Because every time you say yes when you mean no, every time you stay silent, when your soul is screaming, every time you push through instead of pausing, you betray your biology. Your nervous system listens to your truth. Your hormones respond to alignment. Testosterone thrives not just in deadlifts and steak, but in clarity, boundaries, and peace. And peace does not mean weakness. It means certainty. It means building a life you do not need to escape from. So look around your life. Where are you forcing what should be flowing? Who drains you? What routines numb you? What habits distract you from facing yourself? These are not small things. They are leaks, and leaks cost energy. And now you reclaim that energy, not all at once, but moment by moment. You reclaim it every time you speak your truth, fuel with intention, move with presence, and rest without guilt. This is how men heal. Not by escaping, but by rebuilding from the inside out. The man who looks fine but is breaking inside, his days are over. The man who feels real energy, who walks in clarity, who knows how to listen to his body and his gut and his soul, that man is returning, and nothing can stop him now. This is the final piece. The part most people never reach, not because it is hard, but because it is honest. They build routines. They chase hacks, but they never rebuild trust. Trust in their body, in their biology, in their truth. But you are different. You came this far, and now you rise. Rebuilding your internal world is not a sprint. It is a rhythm, a system you live by, a lifestyle you protect. It is not about being perfect. It is about being present. Every choice becomes a message. Every action becomes an alignment. And every day becomes a vote for energy or against it. So, what do you do now? You keep the rituals. Light in the morning, movement before devices, protein with every meal, stillness in the evening, screens down before bed, no caffeine after noon, hydration with minerals, breath work when overwhelmed, nature when numb, gratitude when lost. These are not tricks. They are foundations. You do not go back to survival mode. You stay in awareness. You listen when your body whispers, so you never have to hear it scream. You protect your energy not with force, but with boundaries. You say yes to what builds you, no to what breaks you. And you do it with love, not guilt. You become a man who others feel before you speak, because your biology is not fighting anymore. It is flowing. Your gut is calm. Your hormones are balanced. Your nervous system is safe. And from that safety, strength is born. From that rhythm, clarity emerges. From that stillness, fire returns. You were never weak. You were never lazy. You were never broken. You were disconnected. And now you are home again, in your body, in your truth, in your power. This is not motivation. This is your biology in alignment. This is what happens when internal chaos becomes inner clarity. So here's the final reflection. Who do you become now that you are not tired, foggy, drained, or numb? What will you build with this energy? What will you say now that your voice is no longer buried under burnout? What will you create now that your systems are no longer crashing silently inside you? The man who looked fine but was breaking, that man is gone. The man who feels truth in his blood, breath in his belly, strength in his silence, that man is here. And he is unstoppable because alignment is power. And now it is yours. Welcome back.